They can see you now.
And so that's my plan, to get down to one humanity and stay there for 1,000 years.
Very interesting thing. Let's see if you can have the balls to make it work.
Wait, is he getting earth meld?
I mean, earth meld isn't anything that'll drop your humanity.
No. Once he drops his humanity to 1, he's gonna earth meld into the, earth meld and not have contact with humans for 1,000 years.
Oh no, I was just gonna eat kindred.
My job.
You can't lose your humanity eating kindred. They're kindred. They're not humans.
You do realize that if you de-alberize somebody, again, that is lower than your current generation, you will drop down to 0.
I mean, no. I mean, strictly speaking, somebody who is higher generation who just rolls really well can still drop your humanity down to 0 on a failed diablerie.
Yeah.
So don't fail.
Why? Why can't you be alcohol? You need to turn into alcohol. Please.
This is why I keep telling you I'm not responsible for him, because I'm married to this problem.
I feel like that makes you automatically responsible for it because you're the one who chose it.
You picked it.
No,
Yeah,
that means
like-
it's my fault, it's my problem. That doesn't make me responsible for his actions.
No, but in a way, like, like, it actually makes you far crazier than him. Because, like, him, like his family, like, they didn't choose to be around him. Like, he was born to their family. Like, they're stuck with him. You married that.
Yes.
When they found out we were engaged, his brothers did look at me and go, "Are you okay?"
Wow. Well,
is this actually a cry for help? Is this actually?
I don't know anymore. I'm confused, but again, this has greatly disappointed me not to be alcohol. So therefore, I'm not even sure anymore.
The stream just started. You can fix that.
No, I don't have the booze for making a Long Island iced tea.
So do they allow delivery in Chicago?
Yeah. Later.
Junie,
got
we've
a
talked
point.
about
Still
not
not
eating
gonna show up
breakfast
in
before
time.
stream.
Oh no! I got you on this. You ready?
She ate. She's just, not wanting alcohol delivered yet.
No. This is what I almost burnt my apartment down for. Pancakes.
Okay, but you
And not
can those.
the thin ones. We got the thick ones. They tick.
Nice. Okay, so now you need to get some frosting, and you need to make giant sandwich cookies.
Not with pancakes.
And just make them maple flavored frosting.
Or marshmallow cream.
But I would have breakfast. As per our agreement, I have already eaten before the stream has started. This is lunch
I was
or
implying
dinner.
that booze would be your breakfast today.
Oh.
But okay.
As per agreement, I
No.
ate before we went live.
As someone with a
Not
bartending
listening to
license,
Father.
no. No.
What are we doing?
Alcohol for breakfast. Like, or more accurately, the cut of alcohol as breakfast.
Yeah.
That's what's getting the no.
Okay, fair enough. At least mix it with orange juice.
How
And have food with it. Like, look, if you're somebody, it's like if you're someone who wants to have like a mimosa with your breakfast or your brunch, fine, whatever, do you, but have actual food with it.
I mean, I would love to do a double Irish, but I can't drink coffee, so I'll do. You know what? I will do an Irish hot cocoa.
But have food with it.
I did have food with it.
Great, you did good.
Marshmallows are food.
Not wrong.
So is
No,
frosting.
they're not.
There's.
We've had this conversation with the 8-year-old. No, they're not.
I'm not an 8-year-old.
I meant the idea that marshmallows are food.
technically speaking, they are food. Hang on, we need a poll.
Wait, we're gonna do a poll?
Can we do a poll asking yes or no, are marshmallows food?
Sorry, when you rolled, what do you roll to debate when the marshmallows were food? Actually, to try and discuss
that. Charisma? I'm rousing
that'd be charisma and persuasion.
Okay. All right, so here's the plan. I'm gonna roll persuasion on this, and Tanara, you have to roll to disbelieve.
No, I don't. I control their diet.
You're so mean to me.
Oh yes, we're incredibly horrible to you. How did you know? So, how are we starting off this incredible and insane day?
So I think that we started with some patrols around Gary, Indiana.
Yeah, you're right. And we had to establish what's been going on in Gary because Gary needs to be cleaned out.
Gary needs the Baron to show up.
Gary needs his prince to show up too. Which is not wrong.
So yeah, we do some patrols around Gary, and come to find out that the 72 fledglings that were rescued from the woods and put up at a college campus have been getting some trouble from some people in I imagine them as redneck trucks, lifted, big tires, flags on the back. You're muted.
I'm sure some of them are.
And so we round up some of their best fighters from the fledglings and the coterie, and we minus one Malachi. And we head up to Anita's, which is where, incidentally, Eric is. And about this time, I believe that Malachi had gotten a phone call.
Yep. Malachi was asked to go handle Anita Wainwright. He wasn't given any instructions on how to handle her, but she was a problem, and the problem needed to be removed.
And so I believe that Malachi got to the location first, before the rest of the coterie, and overheard some conversation, and then a fight broke out. And the coterie effectively walks in about the time that the Vanguard contact that Morgan had been given to try and coordinate with called open season on the Archon that's in the building.
I mean, who really knew he was an Archon?
Well, Morgan did, so it didn't matter if anybody else did.
I mean...
Yeah. Now, granted, over the next several minutes, it turned out that, calling open season on an Archon, whether or not he's an Archon, is a generally bad move.
It could be hazardous to your health.
as a couple of ghouls, or maybe they were just, like paid mortals found out.
I'm just saying it didn't take much of an excuse for me to stop and go, oh, look, I get to eat someone's face without getting in trouble.
Yes. That was a whole ass thing.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, the Kindred used a door to shield himself after getting pumped full of holes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
And while that was going on, Charles. Yeah, it's like we're in Camarilla City. He's like, okay, I am a Primogen. That means I am Camarilla. That means the sixth tradition means something right now. I am not going to kill. I am not going to destroy anybody. That doesn't mean I'm not taking your limbs. And if taking your limbs happens to kill you, then you weren't a kindred, and therefore you are protected by the tradition anyway.
And meanwhile, there were some people making some very bad mistakes.
Yeah, they really did make some bad mistakes.
Among other things, when you point a weapon at a kindred and they do this and let you shoot them, it might not be a good idea to pull the trigger. That might be counterproductive.
That's just going, you have one shot, make it count.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, ouch. Not exactly the best thing they could have done.
There's this discipline in the fortitude tree called prowess from pain.
Yeah. Debating on that one for Aurora.
BBJ, do you wanna cover what this is?
Hey, yeah, you make a rouse check, and then for each level of health that you lose, and there is a maximum that is determined by your blood surge value. For every level of damage you take, you get to add to your strength or dexterity or your stamina until the end of the scene. And it's dumb. It is so gloriously dumb.
Mm-hmm.
It's so good.
I think he wound up with 10 dots in strength and 6 in dexterity. 7. My bad.
Yeah,
no, that's fine.
It was a lot. It was a lot.
It's the kind of thing where if you roll for it and you don't get a crit, something is wrong.
Yeah, the law of averages decided that roll it was coming for you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So then there's some I believe that there's some high-speed gunplay upstairs.
Yep.
And we see Morgan's contact come running out of the room.
Mm-hmm.
Use a soaring leap to get to the door, and then get his legs chopped off.
Yeah, that was dumbass stupid. Leave it, Charles. Charles like, oh, right, you're going to leave. Right? How about no? Then again, he was trying to shake Anita anyhow, so it wasn't a big surprise that, when they come showing up, here he is, and he's leaving because shit's gone sideways.
Yeah, my only regret, well, 2.
Just 2?
The big regret from last session is he got away alive.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, when the storyteller has somebody who has 5 dots in celerity intervene, odds are they're getting away.
I mean, I didn't think he was gonna be, because knowing you guys were like right there, I'm thinking you're like nah.
And honestly,
he did not have 5 dots of celerity. Otherwise, he'd have been able to dodge as normal from unerring aim.
No. The other guy was outside.
The guy who carried him away after his legs got chopped off.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, and honestly, if Morgan hadn't gotten that hunger compulsion, he probably would have used Dominate to try and make Eric stop.
Yeah.
But
Messy crits
hunger
are messy
compulsion.
crits. Yeah.
Yeah.
Messy crits be messy, yo.
Yeah, and so at some point, you just do whatever the compulsion is.
I'm hungry. I'm already eating.
Yeah, I just bit this guy and I'm hungry.
I'm gonna numb. Which was good because
Like,
you were like going snackies on somebody's nose.
yeah, Squirrel had fun this week.
It's kind of funny because the way you're like, snackies? Snackies? Hold on. Fastball so special to squirrel. What?
I was hoping that she would turn into a polar bear midair.
That's what I was waiting for.
Because that's the maneuver that, like, as a player we've talked about before, is like, I toss the squirrel turns into polar bear midair, and you get a real fastball special.
I mean, I was
But
waiting.
she hasn't eaten somebody as a squirrel until now, so she didn't know it wasn't as effective.
Yeah,
Not
not
that she cared.
the effectiveness did not have its desired results.
Oh, much easier to eat his face as a bear.
So if you're in squirrel form and you bite someone, I know, like, a vampire in human form without any other disciplines coming into play, you do 2 aggravated damage. What is it with when a squirrel does it? Is it the same 2 ag?
I'm gonna have to research it, to be honest, and look it up, because I wouldn't think it would be, because it's got. I mean, you got tiny fangs as a squirrel. You got tiny fangs, so I'm not sure if it still works or not, which I'm gonna have to look up, and I'm gonna have to do a call in the field.
Having watched a squirrel try and take someone's face off before, it's still pretty effective at damage.
Oh yeah,
It ain't
but
gonna kill them, but they're not gonna like it.
no, they're not gonna like it at all. Not even close. Though my personal favorite is that when, people start leaving and the Carrie comes in from the 72 going, we got one. And it happens to be the same one that, Tanari was snacking on.
Yeah. Like, it wasn't just, I got to snack on someone's face. I get to finish the snack now.
Sure.
Don't ash the love seat.
I mean, that's up to Lucy. So, while Carrie's going, what snackies? Curious enough as it is.
We had an Atlantis line.
We did. Yeah. It's like, what snackies? Don't tell her. Tommy, don't tell her. You don't want to know. Tommy, don't tell her. You told me, and I was like, you shouldn't have told me, but you did. And now I'm telling you, you don't want to know.
Mm-hmm. That was, yeah.
That was Charles.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And then from
The character for which it was the most fitting.
not wrong.
Yeah.
And the funny part was is that, here's Malachi taking young Kindred away, like, you don't need to know what snackies are.
You don't need these scars yet. It's okay.
To the other 72 just sitting there, like, looking like, we got one. I mean, he's in T-pose.
Yeah, like, you don't need... Yeah. You don't need to start You don't need to start asking about additional trauma. No, you've already had trauma. We don't need second trauma. You're not a hobbit yet.
You've got enough. Give it some time. Space them out.
Teacher, why is our dorm room marked on this map as the fridge?
Nope. Still don't want to know.
Let's not encourage Melody into education, okay? That sounds like a bad call.
I think it'd be funny as hell. Though, yeah, when they went to the guy who's in T-pose and the one bouncing his head off the concrete.
He's dribbling.
Mm-hmm.
Kids love to play basketball these days, right?
Yeah, because he was such a head.
So yeah, we get those guys staked. The two captives that we have from the incident.
No
One
one.
from inside and one from the. No, there was two. I had staked one, and then there.
No,
was,
you tried to stake one. That one's the one who got away with the guy with what's his face, Sean.
Okay.
No, because you had rolled a 3, and
Uh-huh.
and he had fortitude up, and you did not beat his fortitude.
Yeah, later on, I asked if he was down or if I still needed to go, and you told me he was down. But if he got away, that's cool.
Well, he was the one that moved. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah. I thought Tanari and I were on different ones, but
Well, you were.
combat is chaotic.
Yes, it is.
Um,
But you got
So, yeah,
one body to play with, and you were doing well with the one body.
so yeah, we go back to Morgan bought a cathedral in Gary, Indiana. You can actually look this up on the internet. There is a cathedral that's been abandoned in Gary, and there's pictures of it online. So a month ago, actually about 2 months ago, Morgan's goal was to buy that building and a few others and refurbish them. So his new haven down in Gary used to be a cathedral and has been made over into a residence for an eligible bachelor, a small country residence. In terms of, a small residence for the kind of person who can buy the original Playboy mansion with pocket money.
Yeah, you're right. Though,
Um,
you did tell them to take him to church.
So yeah, we go into the basement, and there's this contact that's been trying to ask around. There's an audition arranged for it. The
Mm-hmm.
contact is a Zamisi, and the audition is the captive.
Which, I have a question. Did anyone tell Malachi?
I don't think so.
That's probably for the best.
It's
Like,
going to
if
be
we're-
a surprise.
If we're being honest, not telling Malachi was probably for the best in the short term.
Especially considering the squirrel was a little too happy to be following the Samisi downstairs.
Yeah, that's
Well,
like the thing is, Malachi doesn't even know this woman exists yet.
he's and let me tell you how I want Malachi to learn about this. So
Malachi goes to sit down on a new piece of furniture. Weird. Like,
Got that.
oh.
That's right. We completely glossed over Tommy.
there's another thing. So in the background, there's been some arrangements between a player and a storyteller to learn a few things.
Mm-hmm.
A few things being called vicissitude.
That sounds
So-
like a bad run with my sister in high school.
That, but worse. So yeah, Morgan's going to be learning to do a little bit of shape shifting.
For a very high price. This will be entertaining, energetic, and kind of strange.
Nope.
What do you mean, no? What do you mean, no?
How did the pre-show? How did the pre-show speak of what's in everyone else's cups? Not send you for the liquor cabinet before now.
No.
So, question: hypothetically, storyteller and person who's playing technically an SPC Archon.
I mean, really, like I made him on level with all of you guys, so like
Fair.
really, like he's like, and at this point, he's a PC Archon.
Fair enough. Do you think that Fiorenza or Lucinda might have a use for a Ventrue who can shapeshift?
It isn't so much a question of whether she could find a use for him, so much as whether or not using him is worth the trouble.
Oh, Jeff wants to know if you're okay, Rob.
Wow.
Damn. Really? Really?
I didn't do it.
Oh, well, yes, you did not do it this week. Congratulations. We're so proud of you.
There's literally nothing to do.
Really? There's nothing to do? I mean, we can always make more things for you to do. I have
I
no
actually
problem.
need to know if this
You could, I
managed
suppose.
to ash that guy.
Oh!
So, yeah.
I mean, actually, what the best thing is that we now have a wonderful Vala victim to Tyr to teach Morgan how to do all of the shapeshifting and how easy it is to manipulate flesh.
Oh, so good. So it's not ashed.
Not yet. No, it is not ashed.
Okay, so yeah, there's gonna be a,
Okay, look,
a message
when
in
it-
chat for you.
When it gets down to it,
Mm-hmm.
as the Macy can let you survive a lot. Like, a lot. Oh, you're getting too damaged? Well, then I guess I better move some of this muscle around, so you'll be weaker, but you'll be able to take more, which means I get to do more of my work. Also, Zamisi doesn't have to buy their own equipment for, let's call, as much as I fucking hate the term, enhanced interrogation.
Mm-hmm.
They don't need to buy it because they can literally make it out of their own fingers or their own flesh or, you know, parts of their previous initiates to their enhanced interrogation techniques. And they can make sure everything fits exactly perfectly or, you know, depending on what you're trying to do, just off of exactly perfectly.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yes, the person will not only be perfectly augmented, but you will have no understanding of how she did it unless she actually walks you through the process.
And what makes it even worse is not only can they do all of this, but they also, because they're awful, have dominate. Like, some targets, there are some people that you try to interrogate, and they'll just withstand all manner of physical pain. But the ones that can take the most physical pain off...
Batman needs to talk to Commissioner Gordon, apparently.
The ones that can take the most physical pain are often the ones who'll break if a cherished loved one walks into the room, slaps them, and then they're the ones beginning to use the tools on them. And Izumisi can make that happen very, very easily. Hell, depending on which abilities they take, the person might even think it was their own idea.
Suddenly, I feel better about the request for a snack jar.
Mm-hmm.
Zamisi are terrible, awful things. Like, and that we're not even talking about ones that are in the Sabbat. Like to give
If people who don't know who Lucy Westerner is, because I'm probably pronouncing her last name incorrectly.
Westenra.
Yeah. Take a look at Dracula. I'll leave it to you at that.
Mm-hmm.
And he's old school. Ziminti.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, he's old school, not old clan. That's different.
No,
but
it's
old
just
school.
old school. So yeah, that's gonna be funnier in hell because she'll just look at Melanie and go, "We can permanently make you a whole bunch of snackies. Not a problem."
Wait, is she offering a supply line here?
Maybe.
You know,
This
I
bitch
have
just
these
got-
contacts in the circulatory system.
I don't think Kyle's gonna be happy with
For the right price, she can provide what you need. You don't need to tell your adoptive sire. He doesn't need to know. This is totally fine.
This Zamisi doesn't know her adoptive sire is an Archon.
No, she does not.
Yeah.
No, but the squirrel with a lack of scruples does.
And she'll be just like, yeah, sure. Here's
What's
my
the
price.
going on?
Just match the price. We're good. So what are you guys looking for in this week for goals?
I'm gonna do something else Kyle's not gonna like.
Oh,
I'm gonna try to find a cracked window or something in the tower that a mist can filter through. Or wherever the hell Jackson sleeps.
Oh?
Well, I'm supposed to be
Pray.
getting more information on plans.
Yeah, you're not wrong. So somebody's going to filter into the tower to find out?
That's the plan. Reality might be I'm going to get my ass stuffed in a cage again.
I mean, you're still full of rage, but you're still a rat stuck in a cage?
no, squirrel, wrong form.
Despite all my rage, I am still just a squirrel in a cage.
Not for long. I have other options.
What are the other options?
Polar bear for starts.
Oh God. Yeah, it's gonna
Put
be
the squirrel in a
entertaining.
cage. Boss, I don't think the cage is big enough.
It's a squirrel. What the fuck?
Boss,
God, I hope it's Sun that I have to deal with in that scenario.
boss, it
That'll be
was
fine.
a squirrel.
Was? Oh, it's a human now?
No.
No.
Hey, I left my stove on. I've got the pot on to boil. I gotta go.
Hey, weird thing. I think I left an anvil in the oven. I'll be back.
Oh, I can just see how that's gonna
Vampires.
go.
It's gonna be like, I think I accidentally put my lunch in the oven. Hold on, Bob's not gonna be happy by the time I get back.
Oh my God. This would be funny and hilarious. I can't wait to see how you guys react to it.
So Morgan is gonna want to do some learn some shape shifting.
Hmm.
He still needs to get in touch with Maxwell. He's got a trade to offer Maxwell.
Mm-hmm.
So he still legally owns the basement and the penthouse for Daily Plaza.
Mm-hmm.
Maxwell wants a place in Chicago.
Oh no.
Maxwell has that big country house that's heavily fortified that he clearly doesn't really like. So, tradesies, we'll even leave the contents and the protections in place and just even trade. Everything in my vault and tower for everything in this place.
You know he's not going to leave the bodies.
I'm assuming, I'm not going to give him shit about it, but I'd imagine that there's books and papers and wards and security systems, all of which would be quite valuable. And while there's still some nice things left in the tower, there's nothing that's Morgan's going to miss.
Okay.
So, tradesies.
And Mr. Malachi CBJ, do you got too many fucking names?
Malachi Watterson,
Yeah.
the former Kyle Adams, the secret Roderick Pratchett.
Yes, all of
It's
those.
the asshole with guns.
That's not wrong.
I mean, like
You right. You
Malachi,
accurate.
Already copped to
Malachi
this.
would have a hard time arguing with that one. He'd be like, it'd be one of those things like, no, what, fair.
You right. You right. So what are his goals?
Malachi's goals. Right, well, it looks like the 72 are making themselves useful in general.
Mm-hmm.
Which means he's going to start taking more of an interest in their upbringing in the overall.
Okay. That's good. It's nice to find that they get recognition.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because, you know, he... like... Because, like, the cowboy gear isn't a show. Like, he's from the West.
Yeah.
Like, where, like, a town would live and die based on how well the community could pull together.
Yeah.
So if he sees them pulling together and actually making things work, and like coming out when people need help, coming out when people who have helped them in the past ask them for help, which is what happened, he's going to take an interest.
Okay. So I'm assuming he's going to be hanging around them more often now.
He will be. What he'll probably end up doing is, like, instead of having lessons in the mansion or I guess in the church now, he's going to. It's like he'll bring Melody along and just do large classes, which will also give Melody a chance to look like the smarty pants and occasionally know things already, because some of the lessons will be recaps.
Oh, that'll be good.
Well, and if there's a spot large enough at the dorm to do that, that's awesome. And if not, then Morgan will be happy to arrange for an evening service.
Taking everyone to church, huh?
I'm struggling to not comment in Rev right now.
I mean, I wouldn't see why you wouldn't comment in Rev.
Because I'm trying to stick with Malachi right now. It was a Malachi only game for me.
Oh, okay. I see how it is.
The alcohol's already gone, damn it.
There's more in here.
Like the last thing that you want is a ministry who makes mortal money as a reverend, and also as a gun dealer, and also as a drug dealer.
I mean, he makes all the good shit.
And maybe also a contact in the circulatory system.
Don't tell your girl that.
Yeah, well,
I think
maybe.
we have the game placed in the wrong state for that one.
No,
But,
it's still good.
But at the end of and also possibly has less of a conscience than Melody. Well, like he's Humanity 7, but has had zero problem murdering people.
I mean, this is true.
Like, you know, much like Charles, you really need to be concerned when somebody is that high humanity and also has no problem with the concept of murder.
I mean, Trisha understands why he's murdering things. No problem with this.
I think the problem here is when they don't have a problem with murder willy-nilly.
Well, you know, murder willy-nilly. It happens once in a while. Somebody decided to step on your turf, so you turn around and bitch slap them to death, just so they learn the lesson. So the next time they try, or the next time somebody else tries, they go, "Hey, remember Mo? Yeah, I heard he did a thing. What'd he do? That. Ooh." So, you know, what's murder amongst people to understand each other? I see no problem with this.
Honestly, I can't wait until Rev gets to speak with a character that, that Dee and Tanari aren't familiar with again. Stucker.
Oh God. Yeah.
Like, because Stucker, you remind me of something, like my uncle, every Thanksgiving he would always bring a pumpkin pie. He would always bring like 2 pumpkin pies with him to the gathering every year, and everybody would always rave about it. They were delicious and how nice he was for bringing them. But one year I was like, and he would always wave off all the praise and the compliments. So one year I asked him why he would do that, and he said he didn't care about giving pie to everyone else. He figured if he brought the pie, he'd have a slice. He wasn't doing it to be nice. He was doing it because he wanted pie, and making a whole pie for himself wasn't worth it. And now,
Fair.
Stucker, I really need to ask you right now,
Where's
why you're trying to cut me out of getting my slice?
Well, that and wanting to know why he's hiding your pumpkin pie.
Because nobody wants to share my snackies.
Hang on.
You don't want to eat the vampire, do you? All right.
There are very limited food groups that Morgan can consume, and Kindred is one of them.
This is true. This is 100% true.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, I'd argue that Morgan's feeding restrictions are more problematic than Melody's.
Yeah. And that's only because of their clan.
Yes, but the thing is, like,
Mm-hmm.
there are no rules in the Camarilla against being stupid.
Just
There
getting
are
caught.
explicit rules in the Camarilla against diablerie.
Which we all know somebody has done a little bit of it.
Yeah,
a little bit of
but
that.
hilariously, that is also a Morgan issue and not really a Melody issue. But Kyla's never seen Morgan eat Kindred.
This is true. This is 100% true.
The great thing about normally using your fangs in a fight and having that be one of your most common forms of attack is it is so hard to tell, right?
Did he bite?
You're biting people anyway, right? How do you tell? Like, you have to actually be paying attention in the middle of a fight to what someone else is doing and not what whoever is trying to kill you at the moment.
This will be entertaining and interesting at the same time. Tanari's just like, but snackies.
Yeah, Melody doesn't think far enough to Diablerize. It just doesn't occur to her.
Which is actually to her praise. Because she doesn't have to worry about, going, now did you eat them all? Because I could totally see Kyle doing that. So, with that being said, any other goals for Gary or Hammond that you guys have? Or are we going to wait for the proper authorities to do a thing?
I mean, we still need to kill Sun.
This is fair.
We still need to find that gargoyle.
Lancel.
Sorry, that's
No, you're
Amazon,
fine.
I'm
Morgan
pretty sure.
still needs to find a buyer for that key.
Yeah. Oh, wait. We're buying a key? Oh, that's
No.
right.
We were selling a key.
Wait, are we selling the key that I think we were selling?
Fuck it, we've got one secure. The technocracy would love to have a seat at the table and devote as to whether or not, another ancient wakes up. Do you have any idea how much 2 large boons from the technocracy is worth?
Oh no, that's
Honestly,
not. That's a. Hold on a minute. Hold on. I gotta make a roll.
that's either the safest thing to sell to the technocracy, the safest person to sell the key to, or a faster way to end the world.
I know what, because I know what I would do if I were the storyteller. It's like for that plan.
I'm just loving how much of this season isn't my fault.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that's not a problem. You're well known within the Camarillo circles, aren't you?
I've got status too.
Excellent.
That is a fair amount of renown within a group.
Why does that response make me feel like I should be sleeping in Tommy's pocket?
No, so actually one of the people that Morgan was going to try and get in contact with to try and sell this thing is Agrippa.
Definitely Tommy's pocket.
Be like, hey, I found this thing. I'll trade it for you for a boon. Here's why I think you might want it.
Hey.
And then if she doesn't take, he's got the number for the technocracy. And assumes that they would like a seat at the table.
Hey, question for you.
What's that?
How bad do you want to learn vicissitude?
I thought that he had already made a deal for that.
Oh, he will be making a deal for that. She's finding out because he put the feelers out. There is one thing that she may or may not prize above all. That she might forgo all other payments.
Okay, vicissitude and a small boon to be determined later.
With the key that you're so happily willing to part with.
Yeah.
Deal?
You get the key, I get vicissitude and a boon to be determined later.
Excellent. This is perfect.
Narrator, this is not perfect and everybody should be dramatically worried.
Tommy's pocket.
Yeah, this is fantastic.
This is the vampire version of Atlas Shrugged. Where, you push somebody just far enough that they stop caring about your goals, and they're like, fine.
Really, it's the vampire edition of Whose Line Is It Anyway? The show where the lines ain't made up and the points don't matter. That's right, the points don't
That's
matter.
how we started.
Much like modesty in Kevin Jackson's court. It just doesn't matter.
No, this is perfect. Oh, I love this! Yay!
And this, he gets a rare discipline. He gets a favor from someone useful. And he's not giving a shit about the thing that everybody's been, bitching at him and calling him names for trying to help with. So, fuck it.
Yeah, no. This will do nicely. Because she will definitely be like, okay, yeah, yeah.
See, the squirrel's not actually going to have a problem until she figures out what the fuck he's done. The player's sitting here going, I wonder how bad Tommy's place really needs cleaned.
Oh god, this is gonna be great. This is gonna be so fucking great.
You know, and he's just got a New Haven that's out of town, so you know he's got some distance.
Oh yeah, but I'm also looking at it from the standpoint of, with that key, you've just now forwarded a major plot line, and I can't thank you enough for it.
I mean, it's a plot line that Morgan as a character is not really equipped to do anything with any other way. So
No, seriously. I was wondering how I was going to do this, and this is fantastic. Thank you.
There's not alcohol in my cup anymore.
I'm sorry. Not sorry, but sorry. So anyhow, with that being said, is there any other things that you'd like to add or put into or suggest or just make my life even happier?
Well,
Because that really did make my life gleeful.
actually, if Kyle is going to be taking an interest in the 72, like, gosh, I might have to save up another 9 XP and take them like as like some other kind of background.
Yeah, this will be
Yeah.
entertaining. But I'm really enjoying this. Yeah, this will be fun. No negative repercussions whatsoever will be had. We love you all to bits. It'll be fantastic.
The bits we're worried about.
I mean, hey, I didn't do the thing. You all did.
hey,
it.
I'm in it for the subs.
We love you to really tiny, finely ground bits. You know,
Mm-hmm.
smooth, fine grain bits.
Very, very smooth. It'll be fantastic. You won't even have to worry about it.
Mm-hmm.
Anole's got a freak. Oh, Anole, sweet, sweet Anole. Oh, if you only understood the outlining factors of what was going. You know what? Actually, Anole, with everything that's just been said here, I want you to do a wits streetwise for me. At your NOS status if you have any. Let me know what that number.
Should they add their weird shit specialty?
Yes, absolutely.
That's by the way, an amazing specialty. Well
yeah.
done.
Like, it completely ignores mundane stuff, like if you're looking up more stuff on mortals or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And that's like one of the best specialties for a info mongerer. I wish I thought about it with Olivia. No kidding.
Yeah.
I really want to know what she get. I really want to know what they get on this. This will be fantastically perfect, and I'm here for it right now. Because I'll say it on stream. I have no
The stroke,
problem.
I'm pretty sure that's what she's getting for this one way or another.
I mean, you feel like Hanos dos. I'm just waiting for.
Are they even in a position to roll at the moment?
I have no idea. If not, then we'll just have to redo it again later.
Okay.
Which is fine, because I know what's going to happen, and it's going to be delicious. You know, better yet, we'll just wait until Saturday if they're not able to do it.
Okay.
And then just watch everyone's faces as they all look in horror and going, oh my fucking god. What the hell did he do, and why? So,
Gabe
knows
Chefs
why.
walks away.
sorry, need to find dice. Ha 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 ha.
Oh, jeez.
This will be entertaining as fuck. I'm living for this. I don't think I've ever lived for anything so much in my life as I am right now in this moment. Do. Okay, so while they're finding dice, anything else we need to know? Or would you... 8 crit. Oh my god!
Ginny, storyteller, I would like to make a proposal. I would like to propose that given the subject matter, any crit is automatically messy. Just because of what's being discussed.
No, let's write this down here real quick. Enola.
Kathy, willpower was spent.
I know, I saw.
Okay.
Okay, Enola. Hi, how are you? You've heard along the grapevines of Winneca's tent city that something's been powerfully spent and powerfully gained, and somebody's spent words. They spent something that they had that was very, very powerful. You hear that a key is now floating in the city. You don't know which key. Well, yes, you do. You know it wasn't your key, and there was 2 that were found. The best part about the Snonole is it's in the hands of a dragon. Who? We have dragons in the city? Who knew? Where are they? Or are they in some other city? And yet they got something for free. Not for free, but let's just say it was like robbing a candy store. Now, with all of this whispering going around in LA, you hear the restfulness as well in the city. And the shadows are starting to uproar because Alan's got new purpose again. And Alan is working even more quietly. So who in the shadows is helping him? And where's that key? Thank you all for coming to our fine, smooth jazz event of Talia Nos and whispering in their ear. We hope that you've enjoyed.
It wasn't painful until you started the radio.
So we hope that you've enjoyed this, that we're having so much fun. Yeah. See us Saturday when Anoli's Fashion says, well, continue to blind the coterie. We wonder what's going on with Morgan. You know, the Melodies Forever chasing snackies. And Kyle, Mordecai, Roderick is going, oh, dear fucking God, why me? You're also muted.
Yeah, the voice was too high. You got to bring it down a bit.
Yeah. And then
But when it's high like this, that's rare. Down here is where the cowboy speaks.
I'm so sorry I did not go down into my chest voice for you. Is that better?
Oh.
Yeah, that works.
Okay. So I hope you all have a great rest of your Sunday and a great rest of your week. And we'll see you here Saturday. Bye.
Bye. Don't go fleshcraft torturing people. It's against the law.
What law? That's not done.
It falls under torture.
They gotta prove it first.